So I'm Steve Johnson, CEO and co-founder of Notable Systems. We use some of the AI you've been hearing about to help DME companies automate all points of the RCM process. We've zeroed in on where the most time is being spent, especially on the manual tasks involved in order entry, medical criteria review, correspondence sorting, and cash handling. Before I start though, let me tell you a little about the founders of the company. First, my co-founder and I are 30-year algorithm veterans. Plus, we both know a lot about building large-scale systems because we were two of the principal technical people at America Online, AOL, throughout the 90s. David built the team of engineers that led to the breathtaking scale of AOL in the early days of the web. And I invented the compression algorithms that made streaming media possible in the dial-up days. Remember when we dialed up to Prodigy and CompuServe and AOL with the Greenlight modem and everything was text only for the longest time and sort of clunky graphics? I invented an algorithm that made it possible to send photographic pictures really quickly at 2400 bits per second, and then moved on to sound and video from there. And AOL bought my company, and I led their R&D and software development teams for the rest of the 90s. And then since then, I've developed recommendation engines, personalization learning algorithms, and David and I are both applying AI to simplifying the tasks like those you grapple with in your businesses. So I want to tell you a story before I get going any further. A few weeks ago, I had dinner with the CEO of one of our largest customers. His team had just tested us prior to launch. They're getting ready to test our new Payor compliance product that I'll tell you more about. And this was in December, and January 1st was our target liftoff date. And they put 15,000 orders. This was a blind test they didn't tell us about in advance. Here's 15,000 of our historical orders that each have Medicare determinations. And let's see if your system predicts the Medicare determination in most of these orders. 15,000 orders went in and we missed 3. We actually didn't match Medicare 500 times. And it turned out that Medicare was wrong 497 of the times. We were right in each of those cases, which either meant that Medicare gave a false pre-op or a false deferral. And in either case, it's nice to have an engine that you can kind of show the payer and say, hey, we have grounds for appealing this, or if you're known to have an engine this good, then you can pre-warn your payer, don't even try it. So our technology performed impeccably. He said, back to the dinner with the CEO of that company, he said, Steve, your system's super accurate, but I'm gonna be turning over the heartbeat of my company to you. If you go down, I go down. How can you satisfy me? I have nothing to worry about. He was concerned both about outages, but also about what happens if new technology comes along. Will I have to switch vendors? He asked. It struck me that all of you will be, or already are, in a similar position. So this brings me to 2 questions you should all be asking yourself this week at Medtrade. First, how do I find a trusted AI partner? How can I be sure I won't have to keep shopping for new partners as technology changes, which it surely will? I'll try to answer both questions in the next 26 minutes. I want to start with the questions my dinner mate asked me about how to safely evaluate and deploy systems that include AI. Then I'll follow up with 5 real large-scale examples with our current customers. The point to my story was that you're probably looking at tech to do something that you've always done by hand. Order intake, medical criteria review, also known as order qualification, handling correspondence and cash, and the list goes on. You can't install systems like these and then risk failure, as my story illustrated. He was on the brink of deploying, and then he realized We've got the crown jewels here. He needs a system that will never go down. Your business will come to a halt unless you take precautions. And earlier I was on a panel outlining, just an hour ago I was on a panel outlining 8 rules to follow, questions you should ask your vendor. I'll boil them down to 3 here. First, AI is software, not magic. Trust but verify, keep verifying, just as you would any other software system. But besides the normal software questions about installation and reliability, ask where the system needs human intervention or judgment. All AI systems have weaknesses. Ask your vendor where you should focus your team's attention to shore them up. Second, don't think of AI as an entire solution. First-rate performance requires many technologies working together. Be suspicious of one-size-fits-all. Attaining the highest levels of accuracy is very, very hard. It requires many tools under the hood, lots of mileage on the system, and a team that works with you to conform it to your workflow and circumstances every day. Generic solutions will achieve only 50 to 75% accuracy. The other 25% is where all the hard work is, where the technical magic comes in. And it's that last mile of excellence that enables you to rely on your software to free many of your people to do other things like paying attention to your other customers or patients. And that's what gives you your competitive edge. So finally, these 2 rules net out to the 3rd rule. Choose your vendor wisely. You'll want to rely on the depth and expertise of your software provider now and in the future. Implicit here is I wouldn't encourage trying to build a system yourself. LLMs can give a false sense of ease of implementation. However, building something industrial strength and high quality is a much different matter. My customer, my dinner partner, correctly insisted on knowing why he can count on constant uptime, and also how to avoid continuing to shop for new vendors each time a new advance comes along. Track record, tested accuracy, and a strategy for fail-safe performance and continued upgrades are the key things to look for in a partner. So having set the stage, let me tell you a little more about my company. We started in 2017, building a system that allowed a hospital in California to scan their paper records and get structured digital information automatically audited. There were only 3 or 4 of us at the time. A friend of mine, Dr. Caluet, who had just built Hoag Orthopedic Institute in Irvine, invited me to solve the problem, and we did. But instead of coming to market, we found 2 stalwart DME companies, Apria and Enovis, and built an order intake product that met their exacting standards. We enhanced the technology we developed at the hospital to find fields in any medical documentation with an extremely high degree of accuracy. We kept our customers to 2 because we wanted to get the needs straight so we can get the science right. Furthermore, these 2 companies do around $4 billion in annual sales combined, and we were a team of around 10 people by then, responsible for automating most of those sales. So it behooved us to stay focused and grow responsibly. We didn't hire our first marketer or salesperson until 2023. No offense to marketers or salespeople. We remained engineering, scientists, product people, subject matter experts, and operations until the tech was right. We understood that excellence in your business requires ongoing invention and lots of it. So we spent the time designing our platform for extensibility so we can embrace every new technology that comes along while inventing our own. We started by knitting together the world's best OCR technology and coupled it with a machine learning language we call DIVE, Document Identification and Value Extraction. Then we created spiders, which have specific missions to find specific fields wherever they are. And then we added LLMs to interpret text and visuals. And throughout, we've always had a steady crew of machine learning experts and annotators to calibrate our confidence in our findings. It's really important that an AI system puts the effort in to know what it doesn't know. So either it can shore up that weakness or tell you to pay attention. And these folks, our machine learning people, teach our system how to deal with incredibly difficult elements that no other tool alone handles well, like checkboxes and handwriting. We wanted to become an AI company that generates value, not buzz. And I think we've succeeded. Maybe after today, we can generate a bit of both. So what does that look like? Glad you asked. Looks like this. So circa early last year, we hired a deep bench of engineering and AI scientists, along with a phenomenal team of DME experts and business people. And we've now more than doubled in size since this photo was taken. With a focus on service and quality, here's our reputation in the marketplace. We're processing more than 40 million pages per year. By the end of this year, we'll hit 100 million pages. We're providing white glove service to major companies that you'll hear more about in a few minutes. We're partnering with service companies like Nico Health and Payor Health. Our systems have never failed, and our customers appreciate it. We know how to minimize risk and maximize security, performance, and organic improvement. And we work with you to build new solutions to solve your problems. We encourage you to bring them to us. Another way to think about us is we turn this into this. Since coming to market 14 months ago, we've added dozens of customers from across all corners of DME, HME, and retail. And we now cover the whole range of RCM, all developed in conjunction with our customers. We started with order intake. We then introduced an intelligent qualification of an order as it comes in, a kind of early warning system to indicate if it falls within guidelines and what information still needs to be collected. We're checking 165 business rules for Enovis, for example. Then we built a billing reconciliation product. We went on to using machine learning to sort correspondence and cash. Now we're proud to introduce a new Payor compliance system here at Medtrade, derived from our long work with medical criteria analysis. We call it our Payor Greenlight system, or PGS. Your takeaway is that we're building our company by listening to you. We pride ourselves on our service, and that's what each of our customers will tell you. They see it. Every one of our customers wants more of what we do. I go on a road trip every month to visit my customers and try to coax bad news or disappointment from them. Instead, they give me new use cases they want us to solve. So I keep building my service and engineering teams to keep the new functionality coming. And by the way, one of these quotes is from an asset manager we work with. In our spare time, we solve problems for forward-thinking investment firms in case one heavily regulated industry wasn't enough to work in. Did I mention my team likes solving hard problems with reliable software? Apria's chief information officer, when he gave us the job in 2022, said what attracted him to us is that we didn't promise magic. He said our system that learns and improves gives Apria a path to magic. Our system's been running for them continuously for going on 3 years now. We, of course, cover the whole RCM spectrum now. At the show today, we're unveiling our near-perfect, intelligent medical criteria review product called PGS. It's the product I mentioned at the beginning where we scored 3 wrong out of a possible 15,000. It's pretty good. And that particular product category was the hardest DME product category. So we're officially announcing it at this show. Two of our customers who from the beginning have helped us conceptualize and develop this product are Precision Medical. You can wave, Janae. And National Seating and Mobility. Our system allows you to submit an order and get a readout by HCPCS of the order's compliance with the payer rules, whether Medicare, UHC, or another. PGS drops right into your workflow to take assembled or mostly assembled orders and provide you with a precise prediction of what your payer will or should declare. And importantly, our system explains its reasoning so you can both learn and train your people, and so that you can more easily spot any faults or refinements you want to introduce to your system. We emphasize touchless. That is, our engine should think the way your best medical billing specialist does. We can customize PGS with all the nuances you've noticed over the years that help get your claim exactly right before you submit it. Here's an example of our readout, which also is fully customizable to your preferences. The report gives you all the actionable information you need in the first half of the page, and then includes multiple pages of detailed question-answer pairings to show our system's reasoning. This allows for transparency, iterative improvement, and offers detailed, rich information in the case of audits or appeals. And finally, let me take you through a few examples of our deployments, because nothing speaks louder than proven performance. I want to draw particular attention to 5 of these companies who are among the largest healthcare suppliers, and they span the DME spectrum: orthopedic, respiratory, mobility, diabetes, and a major business service company. All are in discussions with us to buy more services, and here's a quick breeze through what we do for each one today. And if you have any questions, visit our booth, which is right next door, 1150. Our first and longest customer is Enovis. We provide our full data entry service where we automate and then double and triple check our work. It's totally hands-free from them. We do all of the work, checking exceptions and omissions. Our system runs each order against 165 pre-qualification rules, as I mentioned before, that Enovis supplies. We deliver audited, clean orders in minutes instead of days. They just renewed their service for the 6th year. My CTO reminds me, we did have an outage. It was in the first week 5 years ago, but it's been running continuously 24/7 since then. Apria has been our partner now for 3 years, as I mentioned. Note for Apria, we say AI-assisted data entry. For Apria, we provide a tool that helps their staff quickly identify possible errors, omissions, or exceptions. We draw their attention to what they have to check, so they don't have to check everything else. They appreciate that. We call that validation system snippets because when you hover over the field that we extracted, it shows you a cutout of where it came from in the document, so you can quickly eyeball the comparison. Notable system now processes all 30 million pages they receive by fax each year. Automating most of their data entry work, their staff merely checks exceptions, turning a hugely time-consuming task into a mostly automated one. They're now expanding what we do for them. We've been working alongside National Seating and Mobility, a major wheelchair company, for the past few months, applying our new Payor Greenlight system to their most complex wheelchairs. The unusual level of accuracy of PGS has indicated we can predict with near certainty what the payer will say. This has the potential to transform their business, dramatically reducing deferrals and speeding delivery of much-needed healthcare products to their patients. This will be true for all of our customers. PGS is now up and running with numerous other customers with products across the spectrum. Virtually every one of our customers wants this addition to the system that we're delivering to them. We're delighted to be partnering with Nico Health, where we are making our whole RCM suite available to their hundreds of customers. We're rapidly onboarding Nico Health customers where we are automatically extracting the information from incoming documents necessary to set up the patient, the order, and now with our PGS system, automate medical criteria review. We've streamlined onboarding to be painless and quick for Nico's customers, and as many of them that want our automation capabilities can quickly get them. Finally, we're incredibly excited about our partnership with Xiphon, a San Diego-based technology services company with thousands of customers. We are now integrating into their platform to provide many of our RCM services at huge scale. We're starting with automatic classification and routing of tens of millions of pieces of correspondence on behalf of Xiphon's customers. We're very happy to be the powered by solution for such a prestigious and well-respected BPO. We poll our customers. From the get-go, I've been a stickler for customer satisfaction. That's why we waited before coming to market, and we pay close attention. I pay close attention to what each of our customers isn't telling our service team. So we polled every one of them, and we do it regularly. In 5 years, every single customer we've ever signed is asked to expand their business with us. That's because we offer an expert-level consultative service, and we're constantly integrating new solutions that they want. But most importantly, it's because they have learned to trust us.